Ho ho ho, chat. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's video on Undecember, we're gonna be going over a build that everybody keeps asking me for. It is our current build. Currently, we are Whirlwind Lightning Chain. Let me just hop right into the build. We're not gonna dilly-dag any longer. Ho ho ho. Hope you guys are ready for Christmas. Hope you guys are having a good holiday so far. But yeah, so let's just start off with a weapon. We're using a two-handed sword. It's got a 1.2 base speed. It's got a base of 9 crit. The attack damage, you do want a good base if you're gonna go Whirlwind Lightning Chain, as your Lightning Chain's damage is based on your attack damage of your weapon. So the base of this one is a 262 out of 276, and then it's a 292 out of 294, so it's a pretty good base. So we're looking at a 760 out of 867, which gives our Lightning Chain quite a bit of juice. This sword is not perfect. It's missing the attack speed, and it got the intellect, and it only got an 8% or an 8 tier attack percent. Ideally, you want, you know, like a 9 or a 10 attack percent, and then you want something like this where you get a 10 flat, higher than a 7 speed, and then either flat lightning damage or absorb is pretty good. So that's our weapon. Our helmet is really trash. I need to really re-roll this. Our gear is mediocre. We just put this together so we could use Whirlwind Lightning Chain and see how it does and learn the build, etc. So our helmet, you know, it's nothing special. It's just HP and critical damage and some strength. That's pretty much it. I guess it has a little bit of resist. We're still wearing Vest for Silence. I am going to change these once we fix our. So I need to fix my rings, my necklace, and my gloves. Once those pieces are all fixed, we'll be able to switch our shoulders, helmet. I need a new chest piece. Our chest piece is really low. I opted to go like a mixture, but I'm trying to just do armor. So I need to drop the dodge, but the helmet and shoulders are blocking me from that. So I do have new gloves to re-roll, but these are really hard to roll. These gloves need a tier 10 attack speed amplification, as well as tier 7 or higher attack percent, as well as a critical attack, or I'm sorry, just a critical rate and or critical damage. I prefer critical damage, but critical rate and critical damage. So you need all of those, you know, attributes rolled onto the gloves. So they're really hard to roll. We've put a lot of materials into these 3 items, and you know, it takes a lot to craft these items. So we're not there yet. So we're still in the crafting process. So let's go over the necklace. The necklace is just crit damage, a little bit of damage. Got a little LE damage. It's only a 9. Double resist and a little bit of damage during enhanced skill. So it's okay, but we need that better. That needs a 10 LE damage. It needs flat lightning, and then some HP and resist. Our belt, it's just for the mana cost. It does have a little cold resist. Does give enhanced potion and HP recoil down. Everything else is whatever. I need to re-roll the belt out, like, honestly. Now the rings are a big part of the crit build for Whirlwind Lightning Chain. You're gonna want 1 spell crit and 1 attack crit, and then you're gonna want to roll critical rate, which is shared between spell and attack. So you're gonna want to get crit rate on your rings. Make sure it's crit rate and not spell critical rate, etc. And then you're going to want attack speed. You're going to want elemental damage and critical damage. Those are the ideal rolls. So like this one's got critical damage, critical rate, and attack speed, but it's missing LE damage. It does have 1 resist and 2 wasted stats. Barrier recovery and projectile. We don't use too much barrier, so I don't really need that. I could be more use of HP or resist, etc. So yeah, and it's also got low rolls. Like the crit rate is low, crit damage is low. It's missing LE damage, and the attack speed is fine. 8 is fine. So like I said, we just need to re-roll the rings. You know, get the ideal rolls, but ideal rolls are really insane. And then your charms, I opted to go towards critical damage and crit attack. So we got some crit rate and crit damage charms. They're not ideal. We want Occupant and Cathars. I'm gonna go Cathars for my star because I want the reduced elemental damage at 80%. I know that Occupant gives 5% more amplification damage, but I really want the elemental reduction for counteracting the Zodiac, which we will go over in a minute. But the Zodiac I'm talking about is 8 element damage taken amp. So I kind of feel like Cathars is going to be better than the extra 5% amp damage at that position. Now, really important that you guys have your crit rate above 50% to start the build. Anything under that is not going to be good enough. You're going to miss too much. Probably run out of mana. I haven't gone to convert mana yet, and that's only because of gear. So once I fix the rings, the neck, helmet, shoulders, and gloves, and get my ideal HP, I want to have over 4200 HP before we switch. So let's go over the Zodiac real quick, and then I'll talk about what we're going to switch to later. So let's start with tree 1. We're just going down the bottom here and getting the attack speed. With tree 2, we're just going to the damage on spell. I did not take the damage on spell here or here because I just opted not to. We don't need cast speed, you need attack speed with Whirlwind. And then 2, we go through the damage nodes. And then 3, we just go through the top here, get a little HP with some dam. Spell hit. Let's head up to 4. Now, this will be changed later, but for now, with our current gear, this is what we're running. The change later will be, we drop these 3 points, keep these 2, but talk about that at another time. These, I'm going to keep these. These aren't changing. You don't take anything in 5, okay? You go into 6. At this point, you should be able to go up to your specialization. So, like I said, once we have better gear and higher life pool and cap our resistances, I will be dropping overpower effect and strike amp. These 2 nodes drop, and then you take convert mana. That'll allow you to sustain your mana on like really high juice maps or party groups, raids, etc. Convert mana pretty much sacks your life in order to you know, give you mana. So up to 40% life. So yeah, let's move on to 6. Once your crit rate, if you have really good charms and gear and rings, etc., and if you have a crit rate over 75, you don't need this node, but we don't have that yet, so I need this node. So just be aware, if you have over 75, you don't really need this. It's optional. You can use this point somewhere else and it would be better. This is not really optional. You kind of need these, and then you definitely need these. I've seen some people not take these 2 points, but they're weird, so I would definitely take that. That's pretty good nodes. Now, we are changing this later once I get my gear fixed. I only have this because my gear is trash. So just keep that in mind. Oops. Alright, let's go down to 7. Now, 7, these 2 are optional. You don't necessarily need to take these, but our hit rate's not high enough, so I did take this. This is not really optional. That critical damage is really nice. This is as well optional. 20, 20, 20, or 200, 200, 200, always optional, but gives a nice damage bonus if you can achieve it. That's just, you know, 200 of each stat, which is going to change based on your gear, obviously. So, you know, you got to finagle it in there until you get 200, 200, 200. All right, and then let's go over to the tree 8, and then tree 8 we're looking at. We take the damage nodes, take the 2 first nodes here to the 30% elemental damage. It's totally worth it, 2 points for 30% damage, as well as a little spell hit rate, which you definitely need. And then we come up to the middle. I opted not to take the 15 crit damage for 2 points because physical damage is useless until you have convert mana. Once you have convert mana, theoretically you should be able to level your Whirlwind and start doing physical damage. And then what you would do is you convert your physical damage into lightning damage and do damage. So, but we don't have convert yet, so we don't have these points yet. We just took the movement speed and critical rate. All right, let's move on to the next one. This year, pretty much taken every lightning chain build, so yeah, it's pretty common. The physical damp. So once we fix our gear, we will be taking both damps into dodge disabled HP amp. That should help our HP a bit, but I don't want to take that until we get rid of the Vesper Silence. As you know, these make dodge actually work, and dodge. I actually do dodge quite a bit, even though my dodge chance is really low. Let me grab this card real quick. Excuse me. Just real quick, guys. I want to let you guys know we are doing Twitch drops. Twitch drops are enabled on the stream on Twitch. I'll leave that link in the description below. You just have to link your Twitch account to your game account. Whether that's Steam or, you know, mobile or whatever you play on. Probably Steam. So if you do have a Steam account, I'll leave a web page in the description for you to click on and find out all the information on the drops. They're really, really good drops, really powerful. You get blue skill rune, link rune upgrade. You get rare link rune, skill rune upgrade. You get several days of free pet. You get a lot of gold. It's a lot of good rewards for the drops, and we're expecting more drops. So make sure you guys come check me out on Twitch. We'll be doing drops as long as they're live through the entire holiday event, except on Christmas Day. I probably won't be streaming that day, but every other day we should be good to go. So hopefully we'll see you guys on the stream, and hope you guys earn some of your upgrade rewards. And yeah, guys, we're really growing really fast. Really appreciate all the support. I just wanted to say that real quick. Thanks a lot for all the support, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me on the Twitch. And let's get back to the video. All right, now we are at the skill page, whatever you want to call this. So let's start on the left here. You got leap attack and roll linked to use count and disarm. Those two are pretty good. Those are your movement skills. And then we have shout of provocation, that's linked to activation on hit, and then improved shout. I couldn't fit the other buffs on there, but if you can fit it, you can fit it. We do have weaken element totem. I am going to drop this once we have dampen resource for seal of striking and seal of chaos resist. And then I'll link those two here, and then I'll move shout somewhere over here. All right, so the main ability, the two main abilities actually is Whirlwind. That's 6 linked, and we have channel enhancement that gives us dampen damage, and at legendary that's going to give us 10%. And then we have convert lightning damage, so that gives us lightning damage for the Whirlwind. Increased gold gain amount. We're farming gold right now, so I need a lot of gold. Acceleration's nice for clearing maps. It gives you the move speed, etc. Now I'm gonna see how this works. We might change it. I'm not sure yet. We might change it when we get alert movement. We're not at that point yet, so I'm not sure. But right now, that's what we got. You have to have quick attack. It's really good. I'm actually thinking about legendarying that next, but I think we're doing strike and then quick attack. So anyways, moving on, that's linked to spell activation while channeling, and that is linked to Light and Chain. And then Light and Chain has Mana Storm, elemental damage amp, electric shock, strike, and find weakness. So that's our current setup for our main abilities. And then if you come down here, we use Tenacious Regeneration. If you don't have Tenacious, you can use Siphon Life. Siphon Life works pretty good, but if you're going to use Siphon Life, I probably wouldn't have it do activation on hit. I would probably put like Vitality Recover, and then Increased Duration, Time Acceleration, Enhance Effect. But if you have Tenacious, you want that on activation when hit. Duration and acceleration are very important, so you have Tenacious on a higher CDR. And Enhance Effect, just get more HP, longer duration, etc. Increased duration is linked to Vital Strike. Vital Strike is also linked to Time Acceleration, Enhance, and then Versatility. This is really nice. If you do have this, this gives you pen and attack speed, which is really nice. So I still need to level this, but yeah, that's the current skill setup. We did have to buy 2 tabs here to fit in our movement abilities, and then our runestone, we just have +1 to rune level and 39% damage. Lightning chain is equipped, and then this one's just +1 to rune level. Now I do want to get area of effect for the chain lightning, but we just haven't gotten it, so I don't know. We'll see what we get. I think the raids reset. Let me check. Yeah, so the raids reset, so I'm probably going to do that on the stream. But yeah, so we've gone over the gear. We covered most of the Zodiac. Let me finish. We're going into the specialization tree. We finished every other thing. This isn't going to change for any of the builds I use for Whirlwind. This will be the same, so you're just going to go ahead and grab that. And then this will be changed. Now, when I get convert mana and my gear is a bit better, I will be changing this. So how this is going to work is we're going to drop 1, 2, 3. These 3 points drop. We pick up 1, 2. So we grab these 2. We keep the 15% here. And then we put a 15% here. And we keep these. That will be the goal for the convert mana. My goal right now is to get better gear to run convert mana, as well as get the HP amp from this node here, and that'll allow me to drop this node. So that's going to give us some free points as well. Once, like I said before, we're going to be dropping these 3 points, and I believe we drop, yeah, so those 3 points and these 3 points, and then we put them into alert movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we have an extra point left over, which is the point that's going into HP amp. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be the build. That's the end game goal right there. Now there is one very, very important thing. So I want to show you something real quick. So as we talked about earlier, my weapon is a 8 tier attack percent damage with a 9 tier flat damage, as well as a critical rate. So what that does is it gives my weapon a very high flat damage, like the attack damage. You want the highest possible attack damage on your weapon, as well as a gear critical rate. And then to boost that even further, you're going to want your enchanting mastery. Now, to level your enchanting, you should know this, but you go to enchanting and you click, let me just grab some random item, like this ring. So we grab this ring, come over to enchanting. Let's do some, so like this makes unique items. I would not do this unless you intend to get a unique. So we're gonna go ahead and do it because I want the gold find ring. So the way you get XP is you just literally enchant items, and that's it. So like you just spam you know, whatever item with your materials. Now these heads give a lot of XP, as well as prefix suffix removers, but I would save your prefix suffix for crafting weapons, and you know, like the base items, you know, once you finish your weapon, then you can start using prefix suffix on other items, but I would save it for your weapon. Your weapon's going to give you the most out of the build. The faster you kill stuff, the less time you have to survive, etc. So we did get a crit right there, so I'm going to go ahead and just like play with that. Let me go ahead and remove this, add it on, go ahead and remove, add, move, add. All right, so now we got a crit rate of 34 with the LE damage. That's really good. So now I'm gonna use the rare head. We did get the critical damage with the crit rate and LE. So now we're gonna go ahead and cube this and see if we get the attack speed. And we did not. We got mana. So I mean, it's okay. It got LE damage and crit rate. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. That's very unexpected. That's actually a really hard roll to get. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my bank. I did not expect that at all. So yeah, that's how you level your enchanting mastery. All that in crafting we just did right there did not give us any enchanting, so I'm just gonna take this real quick and let's see if we can push that up. Let me just spam it was an 8 attack speed, or yeah, when you're enchanting randomly just for XP, I suggest you look at your rolls. Alright, so I'm just gonna randomly add on 2, then head it, because I want more XP. I'm just joining this to get XP real quick. Alright, so now we got the enchanting mastery. So now we go to mastery, enchant level mastery. I reset this yesterday at reset, so we're gonna wait until today's reset. You can reset it once a day for 20k, and then each time you reset it, it goes up in value. Depends on how many points you have, etc. So just keep that in mind. We are gonna reset because I want to drop points out of the critical damage and put them into the weapon attack percent, because it gives more damage at this point. Gear critical damage, it will give more later, but at this point it doesn't give enough. So for right now, I'm just gonna put this point into HP like that. So yeah, all right, let's go. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. You need a weapon with extremely high attack percent. So I recommend that you have at least 19 or higher mastery, so you can have at least 8 points into your weapon percent damage here. This is really big for the build. So let's just do a random map real quick. We do have quite a bit of tier 10s. I am saving them up for a Chaos Star grind again. We're saving up our red scrolls. We're saving up our pretty much everything. We're saving up our God Resonance Stones. We've been saving up our red scrolls. So I got like a little over 40 right now, and we're saving up the God Stones and building up our T10 map pool. So hopefully by next week we have enough to attempt another 50 plus runs. That would be really nice. So let's hop in here. I run element domain for right now. Once we have better gear and my resistances are all capped, I will be dropping element domain, and we will be picking up chaos resist. I will be leveling chaos resist. Chaos resist is going to help a lot with the authority bosses, etc. The pulls on the ground and juice maps do hurt a lot because we take increased damage. So in my opinion, you're going to want the chaos seal over the element domain seal. But I mean, you can use either one, whichever one helps you better, whichever one you need more. Let's say you have like 80 chaos resist on your gear as is, but your other resistances aren't as par. So, you know, you can make up for that by using element domain. Also, you guys might just not have element domain. So, I mean, you know, just use what you got, you know what I mean? We literally threw this build together in a couple days. As you saw on the stream, I literally took the piercing arrow the other day and just smashed it into the lightning chain, and we went ahead and made the whirlwind build. So I mean, in just a couple of days, you know, some hardcore grinding. I wouldn't call it hardcore. We did about 1 day hardcore, and then the other 2 were pretty relaxed. Last night was pretty hardcore. We actually had about 400 people watching the live stream last night, getting the drops. Really had a lot of fun doing that with everybody. Appreciate everybody who came out. We didn't get any good rolls though. We did use over 40 plus suffix free rolls on the axe, and then we used about 25 prefix free rolls on the sword, and we didn't get a single 10 stat roll of any kind. So those are back in the bag and waiting for more materials. So today we're just gonna spend the day farming materials. I might push void, probably not. I'm probably gonna wait for my gear to be done. Gear is really important. So I just want to get my resistances and mainly my weapon. I want to get one of the weapons that I showed you earlier. I really want that axe. If we can get that axe crafted, if I can get the flat 10 attack as well as an 8 or higher attack speed on that axe, we're gonna make that legendary. I do have 3 or 4 extra legendary upgrade essences sitting in the bank. So, you know, it's a matter of just crafting the gear and then getting the, you know, right stats and the right pieces and then making it legendary. I believe I have 2 maps with legendary rewards as well. So we can do almost half our set, like half our items to legendary. It's just a matter of getting the necklace to perfect rolls. You know what I mean? To make an item legendary, you want to have perfect rolls on it at least, and you want a good tier. But I mean, I'm at that point of the game where I'm not trying to wait for, you know, tier 28, tier 29. Although you should, but I don't. You know, I just don't want to. I want to speed things up for, you know, Twitch sake and YouTube sake. Oh, I just lag out. Hello? What the heck? Alright. Well, I guess the server's having difficulty again. Last night we had people's accounts get wiped. They had no characters or anything, and now I don't know, I guess the server's acting up again. So unfortunately that's gonna end the video short, but hopefully I covered everything. Hopefully you guys understand the build. You know, me dying on the boss there doesn't really matter. But yeah, sorry about the random, you know, I don't even know what's happening right now. Yeah, it's just black. So, all right, you guys have a good weekend, a good week. It's the middle of the week. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the live stream, and don't forget to catch the drops and hit that sub button. Later.